Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again, and I'm here at the forest here in Mongkok, and I'm here for a very exclusive video for all of my subscribers, all my fans out there. I have a very special one for you guys today. It's none other than my unboxing and first look of the Redmi Note 8. That is right, guys. I got this phone just now and just earlier, and I am about to share this amazing phone with y'all. I got the 6GB 128 gigs of storage version. This is the blue color version, and this is the one that I picked up for myself. I'm loving this box, Xiaomi. You've done some very nice stuff here with this box. So let's go ahead and open this up right now. Let's not waste any time and have a look at this phone. So lifting it up, let's have a look. Anytime, anywhere, Frankie Street Tech. Oh yeah, that's right. That's how we roll, baby. So moving this aside, let me show you guys what is inside the box here. We got the classic TPU case. There are the instructions and the SIM ejector tool. And now there it is. Let's have a look here at this Redmi Note 8 in gorgeous blue color. Let's have a look here. Turning this on and look at that. Oh my gosh. And I thought I'd seen the nicest colors already on the Redmi Note 8. You know, the green, it's not really, it hasn't stuck with me. I'm not a huge fan of it as much as I thought I would be, but looking at this blue color, I thought, okay, you know what, this is the color to get. And this 6GB 128 gigs of storage version is coming in at a rock bottom price. We're talking about just over 1,000 yuan. So I think $999 was the price that they quoted for the entry level. So you're talking about a phone that comes in at 1,100 Hong Kong dollars. I obviously got this phone for a bit of a premium because of how much, you know, it costs to get phones early, but the price that you will get this for is going to be well below that 200 US dollar price point range, and that is incredible considering the specs of this bad boy. And let's look at the specs right here. We got that 48 megapixel camera, Snapdragon 665. We got that 4,000 milliampere battery, and we have that 18 watt fast charging out of the box. And so I'll be doing obviously a full kind of review and kind of more detailed comparison, but this is just my first impressions of this phone, looking at it with you guys here, talking about design. Let's talk about it. It does feel a bit more like a Redmi Note 7. I've reviewed that phone extensively in the Note 7 Pro, but now you see it's got a quad camera setup here, incredible. And they have really upped the camera game on this Redmi Note 8. So I think the edges are definitely plastic. And let's look around the phone here real quick. We got that, there it is, the IR blaster. And we have, there is the SIM tray right there. And on this side we have USB-C and a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. And then we have on the other side, obviously, the power and home buttons. And they feel very clicky, very nice, but this phone obviously is hardened plastic, so it's gonna be not as premium as, let's say, some other kind of flagship phones. Now, waiting to see what happens here with this. Is this loading up or what? Let's wait and see. All in real time, baby, here on Frankie Tech. So hopefully this will, let's see if I can get it on, and there you go. So a little bit more delayed than I expected, but talking about display, this does have a slightly kind of better, you know, top and bottom bezel setup than the previous Redmi Note 7, which did amazing stuff for my channel. Let's go ahead, while we're doing this, rip this off real quick right here. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, you gotta love that. And so let's just kind of skip through this stuff real quick. No, I'm not putting that in some other language. And just bear with me for a second here. Now, I gotta say, just upon initial impressions, that this display looks really nice. Now, it is an LCD display, and there we go, setup complete. We're rocking it, and there it is, your first look here of the Redmi Note 8 And let me show you guys the version that I got. Go into my device, and let's look a little bit. 128 GB there. Sorry for the Street Tech setup here. Let's go back to, and looking at all the specs now. 6 GB of RAM, and we got that Snapdragon 665. So modest improvement here over the previous phone that was released from the Redmi Note 7, which was the Snapdragon 660. It's a modest upgrade. Now I gotta tell you, just looking around this phone, this feels more like an iterative upgrade over the Redmi Note 7. The Redmi Note 8 Pro does feel like a bit of a design language change. So this thing isn't feeling that much different, except for the camera sensors. And obviously you still have that that fingerprint scanner on the back. And now let's talk about that display. It's got a very nice display. And what is the size of the display? If I'm not mistaken, it is still in that 6.3 inch range. Let's double check here real quick. Now, normally I'm used to them showing you what the actual, specs are to the phone, but for some reason it's not showing it right now. But you see it's running MIUI 10.3.2. It's the Redmi Note 8. I want to say it's a 6.39 inch display. That's very similar, but if I'm mistaken, I'll correct that in the full review. And just looking at this display, let's kind of up the brightness here. I mean, it looks decent. It looks pretty good. I do love that they fixed the notch here on this phone. And let's now talk about audio and performance. Let's go into performance. We got that Snapdragon 665 on this Redmi Note 8. And the only other phone that I have to test it next to is the Xiaomi Mi A3. So if you guys want to see that comparison, let me know, but I'll definitely be pitting this next to the Redmi Note 8 Pro and seeing how it compares. Now, obviously, I mainly want to test, guys, does this run Google Apps? And let's kind of get into a more comfortable setting here, my classic setting. Does this run Google Apps? We don't know. We will wait and see. I think it might, but I will have to check. On Frankie Tech, we are a global review channel, and we will always mention if a phone runs Google Apps. And it's important to me because I'm in Hong Kong and we run full Google Suite in Hong Kong, not like in China where it doesn't matter and where you end up using all of these other apps that honestly no one else uses outside of China. So I will be reporting that back to you guys and letting you know. Now let's do the classic Frankie Tech camera shot. And just quick mention of audio. Yes, there is a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. I will be doing the audio test on this phone very soon. Let's do the quick camera shot. 1, 2, 3. 48 megapixels, guys. So very welcome sight here to see this 48 megapixel shooter on this Redmi Note 8. And there we go. And let's have a look at the results. And there it is. And it's looking very clear. Honestly, if this is any kind of upgrade over the Redmi Note 7, it's going to be a welcome one. That phone, for the price, I said was one of the best shooters at the time. And let's really look in there. Can you see it? That is some really, really good detail. I am loving this camera already. So I got to say, this phone is kind of under the radar. This phone is not as popular as the Redmi Note 8 Pro. But I'm going to actually say something controversial right here. I actually think this may be a better option over the Redmi Note 8 Pro for a lot of you guys. With the Snapdragon 665, you have a tried and tested chip, a chip from a Qualcomm manufacturing process that you can trust. And I think all the overheating and all those issues aside, doesn't matter if the MediaTek chip overheats. It doesn't matter. It's a brand perception problem. And MediaTek has just not earned their stripes to be really considered a reputable chip maker. And so that's why I think this phone, honestly, until you get flagship phones using MediaTek processors, I don't want to hear about it. Guys, this is the phone you may want to get if you're into the Redmi Note 8 line, and considering the price point of entry level of that 999 yuan, that is a killer price point, not for this unit, but for the entry level unit. And this is the top of the line unit which will cost you a little bit more. But anyways, guys, hit me up with any comments, any questions you want to know about this phone. And that's it for this quick video. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content of Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for future updates. So I know you guys are waiting, and the road to 100,000 is still assured. Stay tuned, guys. I have some great stuff planned for this channel to hit me to that 100,000 mark. I can't wait to share all the details of this amazing giveaway I have planned for y'all. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and stay tuned. It's gonna be a fun one. Anyways, that's it for this video, and this is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one.